Hello, I promised you that I will record a tutorial about Conky and my settings you can see on my screen. I would like to apologize for my English, it's not my native language. I would like to start from the beginning. So what we need actually. First of all, you need to open a browser and you need to find how to install Harmattan Conky. Actually, it's the part which you can see on the right side of my screen. The right side, you can see there is a Harmattan Conky dam with hours, water, and process, of course, memory, processors send and receive data via my Wi-Fi. So you need to go to Conky Harmattan. I will put all links, of course, and then you will be able to download them. So we are going to here, and we need to clone or download the Git resource. It depends on you. I prefer just to click download the zip. It is downloading now, and I will go to downloads folder directory, and you can see that it is downloading. I just need to wait a little bit. It's completed. Okay, so refresh it. Okay, we have Harmattan zip downloaded. So you need to extract it. You will use the section extracted here, and you have the Harmattan master directory. You need to open it, and you need to run this script. I will open it in the Sublime Text, for example, just to show you. This is the script which copy actually proper settings and directories, like this one, actually Harmattan assets, to the home directory. And in home directory you can see that I have the Harmattan assets already, so this is copied by the script. How to run the script? Quite simple. All you have to do is just to open the terminal and print working directory. I'm in home, so ls all will display everything on my in my directory. So I need to go to cd downloads tabulator works. Okay, so I just need to type down and hit the tabulator, and it will do the rest for me. Right, and now I will display the content of the download directory, and you can see actually that there is a Harmattan, so cd Harmattan tabulator, enter. Okay, ls all, and you can see that the previous script is here. So we need to type slash and preview, right? And this way you will run the script and it will copy Harmattan assets exactly to your home directory, home username. I will not run it because I already did it, and this is the first part. The next part is to show you the configuration, which is exactly in dams directory, and this one is not copied. Why? If you will go here, you can see that there are a lot of names. Of course, there are some kinds of templates for Conkeys. Each is looking a little bit different, and I will minimize it for a moment, and I will show you that if you will scroll down here, below you have information how they are looking, right? So we can see each dam and how it looks like, and you can choose which one do you want to use. Okay, so this is the second step. You need to copy the proper link, the proper config file actually, to the home directory. I did it this way. I decided to choose the transparent because I really love transparency and transparent themes, right? So I clicked twice on it, and I decided to use a God mode because I wanted to have all information on my screen. So I opened it, and this is the conky.rc file, and all what you have to do is just to copy it, right, and go to your home directory and paste it here, right? I already did it earlier, and I will show you the content of this file. I will open it in Sublime Text to show you. Minimize this one, and this is the content of my transparent God mode conky.rc file. Background, of course, there are a lot of settings here, and this is the position on the screen, 1680. It means that it's moved exactly to the right side, and cap Y, it means that it's 0, so the location exactly is 0 here, but it can be even lower. I can show you in a moment. Just you know, if you want to move it lower, so -10 for example, maybe even -40, just to show you, Control S, and you can see it moved a little bit lower, but it's not the case because I have a visualizer below, and I will show you also the visualizer, and I will show all of you step by step. This is the basic configuration. So all you have to do is just to copy this file to the home directory. This is the second step. I will close it now. The next step is to install Conky. How? On this website, I mean, actually this is the Git resource. You have the information what do you actually need. You need actually some prerequisites, like, of course, you need a Conky, you need a CURL, you need a jQuery, and I will explain a little bit later why. And BC, the BC is some kind of numeric value library and package which is able to count on numeric values and change it to proper data. So it's able to read some files, and I will also explain this a little bit later. So how to install it on your elementary OS system, or even in Ubuntu or another system. For example, on Ubuntu 16.04 or 18.04 or newer, you need to install the Conky all. In older distros, you need to install Conky without -all. So how to do that? All you have to do is to open the terminal, right? Everything is actually described on this website, but it will be easier if I will do that. Control L to clear everything, and you can see that you need to install something like sudo apt install conky all, then CURL, right? Then jQuery, and BC package which I'm going to install. Actually, I already installed it, but I just wanted to show you how it works, and you can see that I have this installed. By the way, I will explain BC package, something like that. Actually, target, yes, and there are a lot of stuff here. Anyway, it's you can see it's described here. It's an interactive algebraic language with arbitrary precision, and I will explain exactly how and what for it is needed. And syntax is similar to C, but differs in many substantial areas. It's super interactive execution of statements. It's actually an utility included in the POSIX. So, okay. So this is the first step. The next step, I mean the fourth step, API key. You need an API key. Why? I will show you. I will just open once again the Conquer-C file in Sublime, and by default, if you will copy, I will show you the original file maybe. In the downloads, actually Harmattan Master, Harmattan Lamps, and transparent gold mode, Conquer-C, open in Sublime Text. Here, the default is empty. API key, for example, CTID, and of course the local. And after you will copy the Conquer-C file directory to your home directory directly, right, as I showed you, you need to fill those three things: API key, CTID, and local. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Actually, of course, it's described here. Anyway, you need to open Weathermap, and you need to register here. Okay, allow allocation. You need to sign up here and type your username. You need to invent it, and system will show is the nickname free or not. Enter your email address, password twice, and mark that you're 16 years old or over, and that you agree with the privacy policy terms, conditions, etc, right? So this is, and of course mark that you are not a robot and create an account. And CAPTCHA will ask you to, I don't know, choose some images with traffic light or buses. Does not matter. Actually, I hope you will understand how it works. But I have already the account there, so I will going to sign it there. I will use my LastPass. Okay, I hope, yes, the password is correct. It is filled automatically. I'm going to click submit, and now you are going to API keys, and all you have to do is just to type, I don't know, Conky, ERC, well, that doesn't matter actually. The name can be like you wish, so it does not matter what we will type here. You will click generate, and it's generating the API key. So all you have to do is just to open the file actually directly from your home directory and put the key here. I will do this in empty file, but you have to open actually the file directly from your home username directory, right, from your home, and yeah, and put it here this way. This is my already API key, so this is the first step. How to get the CTID? It's quite simple, however you need to know how to do it. You just click on the Open Weather to go to the main website, and you need to type, for example, I don't know, Boston maybe, and click on search. It will show you the location, for example, Boston in New York. You can click this, allow, always allow. However, it shows you that there are some numeric values, so this numeric values is actually this CTID. So all you have to do is just to once again put it, actually this is mine from my city, but here, right? So, and how to fill the locale. Locale is in my Polish language, PLPL. However, if you want American English, it will be an US this way, an US.UTF-8, or as for Spanish, it's actually described. And if you want to know which locale to use, I recommend just to go to the locale, and and UTF-8, right? Something like that. And you have tables of locales in model docs. It should be here, I hope. Yeah. Oh, this is the first website. Shows you actually how to fill properly the locale from your country. So everything you have in this table. Quite simple, right? And that's all. Okay, I'm going to close this. It's not needed anymore. And everything is described actually here. However, you can find the city ID and you can place it inside the template 7 variable inside the concurrency file. So it has been described, right? And thems are described here below, and that is all. This is the whole configuration of the Conky Harmattan, and there are also the descriptions of which mode actually contains what. So you can see the mini version current temperature forecast, detailed current conditions and forecast for today and next 2 days, blah blah blah. Everything is here described. Clock, compact mode, network info, CPU, memory, uptime, total load and processes, right? So everything is here, and you can use modes normal or photo. So normal is when you are using icon, and photo when you are using photo to display current weather. If you want to render it a normal way or a photo way, actually you need to install Inkscape. So the same situation, just sudo apt install Inkscape. I already did it. However, you should install this and all dependencies. If it will ask, do you want to do this, just proceed, confirm it, Y or yes, and it will install. So this is what is important. And of course, note, replace the pp0 string with your actually your I forget, give me a moment, I will explain you. Your card actually, if you will type IPAF, I remember you can see that I am using the VoLPS, this one, right? This is my network card from Wi-Fi adapter, and this is the Ethernet actually, and this is the loopback, right? So you need to check with IPA the name of the adapter in your system, and then you have to edit it here. I don't know, it should be somewhere over here, and actually I need to check it. Wait a minute. Cache weather, right, NPS01, NPS0, you can see at 0, at 1, W VLAN 1, VLAN 0, and I just VLPS 0 and PP1, PP0. So actually you can set here for many adapters inside your laptop or desktop. So you can just choose, you can check actually here the name of the NPS0 or VoLP2S0. So I will copy this one, Ctrl Shift C and Ctrl F, Ctrl V, and you can see that this one is actually here, right? So this is how it's working. I just added much more just to avoid any issues, because it depends on a distro actually, which are used, which adapters names are in use actually, right? And here, if you will go to this one, you will see also this this way. So they know that in some, I don't know, in Debian it's is called EAT1 and EAT0, for example. In CentOS is usually NPS 0, or Ubuntu also is using this format, and Elementary is using this format, for example, for Wi-Fi adapter. So actually it does not matter. It is here. However, if it will not be working correctly, all you have to do is just to type APA and check the name of the adapter where you have the working internet, and just change it in the configuration. So this is for the networking part. And actually I described everything about Harmattan Conky demo. So I hope you will be able to install it correctly and configure it and use it. So this is the first part about Conky Harmattan. Next part is about those two Conkys which I just borrowed from the Arco Linux, and I will of course share with you. I just installed Arco Linux, so of course credentials go to and credits, and I would like to thank you to Eric Dubois from Belgium. He is a developer of Arco Linux, and he did a really huge effort, and he created a lot of Conkys for Arco Linux, and I just thought that I will borrow it and I will configure it, because I'm using Arco Linux, and also Arco Linux wallpaper, and also will share with you this wallpaper. Any time just thought that okay, maybe it is possible to make it work in Elementary OS, and I decided to find out is it possible. So I just clicked on this is the Arco Linux disk. I just went to home, my username directory in Arco Linux, and then I just looked for where it is located, and it's located in config and Conky. And here you have a lot of Conkys actually from Arco Linux. They are using some kind Conky Zen, which allows you to preview and choose which actually Conky do you want to use and display. And there is of course a kind of Conky session software package actually, and I checked that there is no Conky Zen and no Conky session in Elementary OS, and also Ubuntu and Debian. So I decided, okay, maybe it will work a little bit different. I just needed to copy just this Conky directory directly to the config file in Elementary OS. So I decided, I copied this directory directly to the config Conky here. Wait a minute. And here in this is the Elementary OS home directory, and all Conkys from Arco Linux are copied here. And I decided then to choose Arco Top, this one. I will open it in Sublime Text, and the next one is TP-Troll Rings for Course, and open in Sublime Text, and okay. So as you can see, Eric Dubois, package date, this is his website, and of course resource for Conky, SourceForge. So actually you can open it, this website, on the next tab and go there, and you can see that there is Conky resource, and you can build actually Conky from the source, but it's not necessary because Conky all is working pretty fine in Elementary OS, in Ubuntu, Debian distros. But actually, if you want to install it, you have the information how to install Conky, and there are build flags if you want to build it from the source. But in Arch Linux or Arco Linux is based on Arch, so you can use Pacman to install the Conky, or Yai if you prefer Yai. in Fedora, in Yum, of course, it will work also in Red Hat CentOS distributions, because they are Red Hat family, so Yum install conky will work on these distributions. In FreeBSD, you need to make it install clean this way, or package install conky. In Gentoo, emerge conky, and in Debian Ubuntu family distros like Elementary OS, sudo apt get install conky or sudo apt install conky, or from Ubuntu 16.04 and higher, sudo apt get install conky all or sudo apt install conky all, conky-all actually. And in NixOS, Nix and environment -i conky, right? So the installation of the conky is actually described here, and this link will be also in the description. I will provide it, and everything is actually here, and you can see that there are additional conkeys. So this is really configurable, and I really recommend to find out how to use it. And of course, if you will open it, you will find that settings and variables are here, so you can check settings for conky and variables and use those links. And of course, there is a PDF which with all variables is provided. It's located actually, if I remember, wait a minute, documentation, configuration settings in PDF. So we can see that a lot, right? On Windows, everything is described here. It will be zipped and shared with you. Anyway, there are fonts here. It should be there, but you need to wait. Oh, wait a moment. Conky and fonts. We need to wait for. And you can see there are some fonts here. Anyway, some part is written in Lua language, and some part is written in C, and some part is actually in this BC. So I will explain in a moment. So I just decided to use those two, and conkeys, right? The arcotop and tptroll rings for, and you can see that there are also settings, and it's quite easy just to copy it, put it into the folder. And how did I make it? You will ask them. I just created. I will close everything now. I just created in my home directory a file called conky delay sh. It's a bash script, and I'm going to open with Sublime Text, and it looks like this one. This, the first, it's loading the conky.rc directly from my home directory. It's the Harmattan conky. Then the next is loading from the config, arcotop, and tptroll. And you can see that there is also conky Spotify. And you will ask, okay, how did you do that? Yes, I have conky Spotify. I will show you it in a moment. If I will run the Spotify, you will see in the top right corner, you can see this small triangle, and if I will run any music for a moment, just like that, wait a minute, and I will minimize it. You can see that I have information about the album, and if I will change the song, it should work this way, right? Blood sugar, and of course you can use this one to switch. And you can see that there is an image from the album, and I will choose something different, luminosity for example, right? And you can see that there is an image from the album. So this is how it works. Okay, I will pause it for a moment. And this is how I did it, and we'll close it in a moment. And I will explain you how to do this properly. Just some conky. Wait a minute, and Spotify, if I remember correctly, and it was actually this one probably, and yes, it was this one. And all I just did, I just went here in the terminal. I just did this way. I just went to my home directory config conky, where I will minimize it for a moment just to show it. Maximize this one, and that's all. So you can see Arco Linux conkeys here, conky-rc actually. And all I did, I just did this way: sudo apt install git. Right, it's already installed, but I need it. Then I just copied this one, put it actually to the terminal, or Control Shift V to paste it, git clone, and it cloned the conky Spotify. So and you can see here there is this conky Spotify. I already did it. And if you will go to conky Spotify and will list it, you will see that there is a Spotify display directory. So all you have to do is just to cp recursively Spotify display directory to your home username directory, because it is needed, and it's actually explained here that you need to do this. And in the readme, this one I guess, and there's an explanation that you also need to install sudo apt get install Python and Python dbus. So I already did it. And also that there are 2 fonts from dafont.com, so you can download them and install. And there is information placed the Spotify display folder. I'm in directory inside a conky folder in your home directory. So I just did it because you really need it. So how to do it? You need to create, or if it is there, it should be actually there. However, you need to, I will show you. I will go to the config file and conky and Spotify, conky Spotify and Spotify display, Control C, and it's actually in your inside a conky folder in your home directory. So we are going to home, we are looking for the conky directory here, and you need to copy it here, Spotify display, to have it here, right? And that's all. You need this here. Eventually you can change the path, and I already did it, and you can put it actually conky Spotify, it should be there. Spotify display is directory in my home directory. It is actually here. However, it is described that it should be here in conky Spotify display. And then I will minimize it once again. If you will do this, you can copy it manually, or you can copy it via terminal. It does not matter how you will do this. Then all you have to do is just to check conky-rc, go back, and I just used this conky C, conky Spotify, conky-rc. So all I did, it was actually quite easy, because I just provided a path to conky Spotify. So because I cloned it to the config conky Spotify, and there is a conky rc file that I'm going to show you. If I will go to home, config, I know it's complicated, conky and conky Spotify, you will see that there is a conky rc file, and if you will open it in Sublime Text, there is a conky configuration actually responsible for displaying album and information about the artist and the song directly on your desktop, right? And you have information here, and all I did is just change this one. I just, because it was like something like that, so I just removed this hash and just did this way and saved it. So this is actually something what is working, and it is okay, and all you have to do is just wait a minute. Actually, if you will go to the readme and you will copy this one, so the apt get installed dbus, something like that. You need to install it actually in the terminal. I already installed it, but I will put it once again, Ctrl+Shift+V, paste anyway, and something like that. It's in the newest version both, so it is installed, but it is needed to make it work. So we have conkeys working, and what next? Next is something what is a little bit harder, however not so much. I'm going to show you. I will go to documents and I will open the Kava.txt file. In Sublime Text you will see how to do this. You need to add a PPA repository, right? Add apt repository from this guy, and actually I can show you what it is exactly, just to be sure that this one personal packages, Kava package, right? It's from Kava. However, this is his personal package archives, and you can see he's doing a lot of things. And this is Kava package, actually Ubuntu Launchpad. So this is from the Kava package in Ubuntu, and it is prepared properly Kava visualizer for a desktop. So you need to add this repository, then do sudo apt update. I did it. Then sudo apt install Kava and tilde. Tilde is a kind of terminal which is lightweight, and you can set it totally. You can set the totally transparent background. So you need to run tilde. I already have it here in Planck. However, if you will install tilde, it will be here. So you can run it actually directly from applications, and then I just did this keeping doc to have it always on Planck, right? And you can see that there's a black background. So you need to click on this black background with the right button of the mouse, choose the preferences. Wait a minute, and sometimes it hangs, I don't know why. And okay, and then it's probably because I'm recording the desktop. So, but yes, and usually when I'm recording it hangs. And you can just type 99, for example, and then once again 100. Just it does not. The problem is that I need to figure it out because it doesn't remember the transparency, right? So this is really stupid, and I need to run it each time. And then you can center horizontally to center it, and you can choose the position, and then I will close it in a moment because it does not display anything, and I will type cover to display the visualizer, and then I will press F on the keyboard. It's for the foreground, right, and B is for the background, and you can choose the way it will be displayed, and Q, Control C, I don't remember, Q should actually exit. Okay, Q, few times killed by Control C pressed and Control L, and I will run once again cover. I will press once the F button for the foreground because I want to have a white foreground, and now I will click with the right button preferences, and I will change the appearance. For example, you can see that you can choose the Y position, so actually where it should be located on the screen. I will play Spotify for a moment, and just to show you something. It can be on hand. Okay, it's okay, and you can see it displaying, so we can decide where it should be, and then width in percent, something like that, or in pixels, and the same for height. Right, 25. So you need to decide actually wait, I will pause it. And just I wanted to show you how it is working and how it's displaying on the screen. So everything is here, and this part is not working because I did not install the WM. It's something like which allows you to control behavior, so you will be able to click on play or pause or next song, etc, etc. So I just need to figure it out because it will be then much more funny, and it will be nice to have it the control directly on the desktop. Anyway, and I will maybe make a tutorial about this, and I will show you shortly how to configure it properly. And I think it should be done in this Conquer C responsible for the Spotify. And the last thing I think it's important, you need to go to settings in application settings and use the system settings, and then we will go to application. You can see that I configured the cover to be always on, actually tilde to be always on the top, so it will always display the visualizers on the top. And you will go to applications, startup, and I have a custom command here. However, if you would like to type your own command here, like this one, so you need to, and I need to turn off tilde because, or eventually resize it. Oh yeah, it will be easier. And you need to click actually on this button. I don't know will it work, or maybe, wait a minute, I will try to resize it. Oh, now it's working, and because tilde is enough high, so you can see there is the limit. And if you will click this way, you can choose the existing application. However, if you want to run the script, you need to type it manually, like home, your username, and in my situation conky delay s.sh, and hit the enter, and it will add the custom command. Right, quite easy. You can disable it or enable, or if you want to remove it, I'm going to do this, please, on this minus button, and it will remove the script from the AutoStart. And this is how it is working, and this way it's starting automatically with the logon. When I will just type my password, the system is logging and con key is getting up and it's showing on the screen. Actually, this part will not show until you will open the Spotify and play some music. This is something what is different, that it requires Spotify to run to display the track and the album image of the album on the screen. Without this, it will not show, and you will see only this clock with date and size of those folders. Actually, this is repeated here in Arco Top, so I can actually get rid of this. And this font is a Santana font. I can also share with you with this font. Actually, it is on dafont.com. And how to change the font? Quite easy. You just need to go to the config wait a minute. Yeah, the same. I need to turn off the cover, so I will just Ctrl Q, exit, because I cannot work, and go to config and go to con key. For example, on this one for ring, typical ring course, open with Sublime Text. I already installed Sublime Text Area. I recommend this. It's quite easy and fast, and has preferences, so you can set the dim even here, something like that, and that's not bad. And so I just configured it for me. Anyway, if you want to use the font, you just decide here is the name of the font, and this is the size, and this font is responsible for displaying actually the size of my root and home directory, right? Because I have those, it's on two partitions. I usually mount separately home directory and keep my files there, and if anything will be damaged or something like that, I have always separate home directory, which I can also I can always unmount it and then mount it once again during the installation of the system. So something useful, but it's for the experienced user. Anyway, you can decide which font you want to display here, and if I will decide and I will change it to Roboto, for example, this one, right? Control S, it should change, and it should change. It will reload it, and you can see that the font this is different, and now root and home directory are displayed with a different font, and the same is here. And wait a minute, it's Santana is here also for the battery, so you can choose to show it. However, I think it is, yeah, I will do this and Control S. Wait a minute, and it should display information about the battery, that the battery is charged, right, for example, and this way how it is working. And you can see the status of the battery here, and I just disabled it because this is not something what I wanted to display on my screen. However, you can see that it is also possible, and you have the Santana font here. However, I decided to display my date actually in a different way, so all you have to do is just Ctrl F to look for the font, and you can find the next one, font Droid Sans. If I will change Droid Sans here to, for example, Santana, and I will click Ctrl S to save it, you will need to wait a little bit. It's going to reload, and the date is displayed with Santana font, so you can decide which font you want to use to display. However, I decided to use Droid Sans because some days in my language are not displaying correctly. I mean the names of the days with Polish signs, I mean Polish symbols. So in this language, Joyce Sans is displaying it correctly. What you can see actually in Harmatan Konki Dam, and everything here is in Polish language. So I just promised you that I will explain this BC package also, and those numeric values, and how I did it, how I changed the Polish language for the Harmatan Konki. So I will show you this way. You need for the Harmatan also in the home directory something like Konki Water, this, and here are assets and icons, blah blah blah, something like that. So I just copied it. It was in I was using this dam a long time ago, so it is done by the script. However, the script changed a little bit, and now it's actually not using this Konki Weather, but it is in config, and if I remember, Konki, and I don't know, is it here? Konki system Lua, clock Lua, I don't remember actually what it is. Or eventually it will be in Konki. Harmatan assets, icons, photos, and yes, Harmatan assets. In Harmatan assets it's actually set the weather. This one, get weather and parse weather. So they changed it a little bit, and it is working yeah, a little bit different. However, it is working the way it should be, and if you will use this preview .sh bash script from the Harmatan, then it will install correctly the Konki Harmatan. So you don't have to worry about this, and this is something what I was using previously, because I was also using the Konki Weather. Wait a minute, it's here, and I was using Yahoo Weather, so I just needed to use it for Yahoo Weather, because I was experimenting with this a lot. Why? I'm going to explain this. If I will go to cache, I will show you in a moment. Harmatan Dam Konki actually is creating in cache few files, 3 icons, PNG files actually, and I just want to move it this way, those 3, and additionally forecast JSON and weather JSON. I'm going to open this one and this one, and you can see that those files are translated into Polish language thanks to the localer. So my city ID is translated into my city name, coordinations are actually properly, country, PR, population, time zone, blah blah blah. Everything is here, and you can see it. And if I will scroll it a little bit to the end, for example, you can see in Polish language the description of the forecast. And weather JSON is also has also numeric values. However, this JSON jQuery is for reading JSON, and then those numeric values are actually translated via the BC package, this library for the numeric values. So this is how it works, and how the data from the Open Weather map are executed. And I think this is explained. Previously, as far as I remember, it was in Harmatan Konki, right, this one, and original, this is Konki Weather and Weather JSON. And if I will scroll it to the end, you can see that some of those there is a sunrise, of course, and clouds, right? It's the state of the weather is in English language, so this is how I did. But why it's in a different location? Just to not mess it up, and I will go back to my Conky.rc, and because not everything was in Polish language, so I decided to modify it a little bit. I was looking for this solution in the internet, and finally I found it, and I will show you those two lines, and I will show you the original file actually downloaded in Harmattan Master Themes transparent gold mode, because this is the Conky which I'm using, and I'm going to open it, and you can see that below there's only one line: Harmattan asset get weather template 6, 7, 8 and 9, and I just replaced it with this because I found that I can use this URL in a proper way, and I can use the API Open Weather Map this way, and I can get the forecast daily this way using app ID, and of course this is it, actually the API key. And in template 7 then I can choose the units, and of course I can choose the language. And this way, if you can see, there's a Polish language at the end of each line. Those English numeric values which are translated into text into English language, they are actually translated directly into the Polish language and written directly into the cache forecast JSON and cache weather JSON. That is why those two files are in different place, because I decided to not mix it up, to not mess anything. So I will also share with you this one. This is my configuration. I will just remove my CTID API key, because why I will do this. I'm explaining this, and I'm going to here, and maybe I will type here Open Weather API, something like that. And if you will see pricing, you can see that for free you have 60 calls per minute, and yeah, 2 million calls per month, but actually it's about 1000 calls, something like that, or more via day, per 1 day. And if you need more, you need to pay them money, and you will be able even to see hourly forecast for 4 days or 16 days, 1 hour, minute forecast 1 hour, and there are more calls per minute and per month. So, and uptime is actually 95, 94%, 99.5, and the enterprise 99.9. So different server probably. And anyway, free option is working quite good, because I'm using this indicator, my weather indicator, and I will maybe do a tutorial about this another day, but you can find in the internet how to install my weather indicator, and it is updating quite often. However, you can see a little bit different, because it looks like that Open Weather Map is more accurate even, and it's updating much often than this one. And I will try to force to update the weather. I don't know will it work. It should. Just turn on the notification, right? Turn it on, and I will do it once again. Update weather, and it's updated. However, the temperature did not change, so this is something. This is a little bit different. So the update here, you can see there is a 10, and it updated now. So the temperature is the same. and they are updating. This script is working automatically from time to time. I don't know how often, because I don't know the interval. It shows in the Conky that it's daily, however the interval is about, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe, or 10, something like that. It's working and it's showing the current temperature, so it's quite good in my opinion. However, I just installed it just for the comparison, to be sure that my Conky Weather is working properly all the time, and also to be able to show you that the free version is working very good. So please, your own API. Do not use my own. Just if, for example, 100 people will use it, yes, 100 guys, I mean men and women will use it, you will exceed the data. However, OpenMap works the way, and they are writing it on their website, that they are not blocking it, but they are sending an email to the owner who generated the API key, that the person should buy one of the mentioned option on their website to increase the amount of the data. I hope you will be fine, guys, right? You will be fine, and you will just generate your own API. It's quite easy. You don't have to pay for this, so it's open, so it should work for you. And actually, I think that it's all for now, and you will be able to make it work on your own. Of course, there are much more Conkeys here. I'm going to show you. Okay, config and Conky, and here, if I remember correctly, there are images of each Conky. Local Linux images, login, wait a minute. Original or Linux, now this one, weather icons. You can see it also is using the OpenMap. Come on, so you can see some, it's in different color, however, green, blue, so orange, red, and white, of course. So those icons are actually not downloaded from their website, but they are getting from here. However, the same is done in Harmattan Conky. It's here in Harmattan Asset. If I remember, in icons you can see that there are weather icons in different colors, right? Something like that, lighter, and even in F, right? Something like that. So this is the same. It configured and named a little bit different, however it is actually the same. So yeah, but I would like to show you examples of those Conkeys. I will just try to open it as an image. Okay, this is correct, and those Conkeys are from Arco, and there are a lot of them, and I will just click one by one to show you. Colors, versions, this one, right? You can choose how do you want to present information on your desktop. So there's a lot of things, and this is the top right one, and there's also information. This one is quite good. Of course, you can see there's the background, but you can choose the background because it's, you know, those are examples from some systems, and if someone is using a proper wallpaper, and you can see this is the Stargate, and you can see even the Planck with gray icons, right? So it is possible. Everything is actually possible in Linux, so you can see a lot of them. I think that I can recommend also, yeah, road, and there is no information about the battery, but below we can set the RAM, CPU, but I have it in Harmattan DEM, so I just deleted it actually. And yeah, and this one is quite nice, and that's all. So everything is here, and you can check it which Conky do you want to use, then just decide what actually should be inside the script, this Conky delay, because why Conky delay? Because it is running one Conky, it sleeps for 1 second and running the next and next and next, right? So this is how it works, and I just decided that okay, it's a kind of delay, so I just named it Conky-delay. And so Harmattan starts as a first, then Top starts as a second, and the next one after the 1 second is starting the troll, and then it's starting the Spotify. However, the Spotify Conky is working only when Spotify is running and playing, so that is okay. And yeah, I think that is all. I explained everything step by step, enough clearly, and I don't know, will there be any questions after that? I hope not, but maybe they will show. So if you will have any question, don't hesitate to ask me, and I will try to help you to configure it. But I think that I explained it pretty well, and you will be glad, and you will be able to set it as you wish, and then you will be able to share your screens with others to show the professional look. Right now it's just for hobby, and I really like Linux, and I really like to modify Linux to change the layout, the visual effects, and how it looks like, and even to show that okay, I'm using this distro, but it doesn't like this distro, but it looks like a different distro. And sometimes someone can say, whoa, how did he do that? Actually, this way. Because I had to learn a lot of things, and I hope that suits you, this explanation. I hope you will enjoy this. I'm closing it now, and you can see Elementary OS is working actually smoothly, and nothing is wrong with this system, and it frees actually because I'm recording it in full HD, so it's quite normal. So take care, have a nice day, evening or night, and enjoy. Thank you very much, thank you for watching, bye.